I'm EmmaKate Martin, originally from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I moved to the Coal River Valley in January of this year.
I'm Junior Walk, and I've lived in the Coal River Valley for my entire life.
I'm Benjamin Bryant. I was originally from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, and I moved to the Coal River Valley in middle of February.
So I first heard about the fight against mountaintop removal from different friends who were planning on coming down here or were already down here working on it, and decided to come down myself because I had come to West Virginia a lot growing up and felt a connection to the mountains, and I came here and stayed longer as I realized more of how this was not just impacting the mountains and destroying them, but it was affecting the lives of everyone living around here.
First, originally heard about everything that was going on here at a music festival in West Virginia, Clifftop. It's an old-time festival. And I heard about it and kind of set it off thinking, oh, I'm up in Pennsylvania, it has a real effect on me. And over the next few months I did more and more research on it and just realized that this is somewhere I needed to be.
Well, when I first came here, everyone was kind of learning things about the issue and working on them. But the longer I stayed, the more I kind of started getting to know people in the community, more than just the people that I live with, and learned how it impacted each person personally, and started working on more community aspects like community sustainability, like building a community greenhouse, in addition to fighting mountaintop removal. And that was an important part to me, as I mentioned earlier, that not just the environmental aspects, but how much it affects everyone that lives around here.
Well, I've lived here, since I was born, so obviously I knew what mountaintop removal was. I actually used to work in the coal industry, because I didn't have enough money for college, and that's the only kind of work you can really find around here. So it was either that or starve. It didn't really register with me on how much of a scale, the destruction was on, until I was a guard at a mountaintop removal site, and I had to sit there for hours and hours, just, staring out at this just wasteland's destruction, this moonscape. And that's when I really decided, I can't sit on my hands anymore. I don't care what I have to give up, what kind of, personal things I have to go through, that I've got to do something about this. I can't, do this anymore.
So, the main portion of what I've been doing since I've been here is parsing information. So, there's a lot of government documents, mine permits, violation reports, all this stuff that is publicly available, very, very easy to find, but it's not very easy to find. You have to go through lots of forms on websites, file freedom of information requests, and even the documents themselves are very hard to parse. They're not written for your average person to read, for a reason. And so a lot of what I've been doing is making this information more easily accessible and boiling it down to what it's actually saying without all the extra fluff in there, to make so that everybody knows, or can know if they want to, what's going on. And one thing I've noticed going through all these violation reports and permits is that Massey Energy has a mountain of violations piled up, both environmental fines and safety fines. And those are supposed to protect our environment and our people. Pretty much since their inception in this area, it's part of their everyday business. The violations, the fines, is just part of their everyday costs. It's not a hindrance to them like they're supposed to be. You know, Massey still makes obscene amount of profits regardless of whether or not they're getting fined. And these fines are doing nothing to stop them. It's just pocket change to them. It's just part of their business model. And I don't know what to do.